There were large protests on the streets of Jakarta 1 year ago, held by conservative groups accusing the city's Christian governor of blasphemy. Basuki Cahayapurnama was sentenced to 2 years in prison and lost his re-election bid. During a news conference in Jakarta, the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights said this case shows strains of intolerance have made inroads into Indonesia's once liberal culture.
If Muslim societies expect others to fight against Islamophobia, we should be prepared to end discrimination at home too. Islamophobia is wrong. Discrimination on the basis of religious beliefs and color is wrong. Discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation or any other status is wrong.
The High Commissioner has urged Indonesians to not move backwards on human rights and resist attempts to introduce new forms of discriminatory laws. Parliament is discussing a new proposal that outlaws gay relationships or any other forms of consensual sex between unmarried couples. He condemned a raid in Aceh in late January, where a police chief detained 12 people he suspected of being transgender women. He was filmed scolding them in front of an angry crowd, having them stripped of their shirts and having their hairs cut. While the police chief is under investigation for possible abuses, anti-gay protesters in Aceh came out in his defense. Aceh is Indonesia's only province that enforces Islamic law.
We are more and more eroding our own constitution. Our constitution guarantees that all citizens from whatever religion, ethnic group, or any other difference are entitled to the same treatment. If one group in society becomes a victim, it means we have failed as a nation.
The High Commissioner was invited by the government to witness the progress the country has made in protecting people's rights. But human rights groups say there has been no improvement and Indonesia's human rights situation remains critical. It is seen as a bold move by Indonesia to invite the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights at a time when intolerance against minorities is growing. President Joko Widodo, who has campaigned on a platform for diversity, has been criticized for not speaking up in defense of all citizens of the country. Heading into elections next year, many here fear that hostilities against minorities will only increase. The government says the High Commissioner praised Indonesia for coming a long way in a short time and for being an example to other countries in the region, but it admits more needs to be done. Vassen, Jazeera, Jakarta.